Okay, so writers, I just finished checking off fact number 3. So now I'm left with my last thing I need to finish, and that's the conclusion. Okay, so I've been thinking how I want to end my informative writing book. And remember, informative writing, again, teaches the reader true things about the world. And I'm teaching my reader about Hawaii. And I am almost done with all of the parts that I plan to put in my book because I did a lot of research and found a lot of information, but I didn't want to put all of it in there. So I made sure I put the ones that I think are the most important, right? So, table of contents we haven't done yet. We're going to save that for tomorrow with Miss Pham. But I did my introduction, we did the location, we did the weather, we did traditions, and now conclusion. We want to end our book and make sure that the reader knows that we're finishing up our informative writing. Okay, so I'm going to try it out and then you're going to try it after me. So come with me and help me think of a conclusion. All right, let's go. Okay, so writers, remember before we get started, always make sure you have everything you need. Do you have your paper? Yes. Do you have your chart to help you spell? Yes. And do you have something to write with? Yes. Check, check, check. Ready to go. And I'm going to always double check and make sure I'm happy with what I have so far. And then we'll see what's missing. So Exploring Hawaii by Mrs. Conception, that's my title. Remember, table of contents we're going to work on with Miss Pham next time. We have my introduction. Welcome to Hawaii. Do you know that Hawaii is the most visited state in the USA? Why? Let's find out. Location. That's my fact number what? Fact number 1. Good. Hawaii is made up of 8 main islands in the Pacific Ocean. You will need to fly in a plane or take a boat to get there. Cool. Now, fact number 2, the weather. Hawaii is warm and tropical. It rains a lot, but it is still hot. Good. That's the weather. That was fact number 2. So now we're on fact number 3, traditions. People in Hawaii have big parties called luau's. There is lots of food and dancing like the hula. Awesome. And now we're working on the next page, which is what? The conclusion. So I'm going to write conclusion. And I'm going to underline it just like all my other pages. And boys and girls, you know what? I still have these extra pages here. And I could add more facts if I had more time. So I could add maybe a page about like animals in Hawaii, or I might even add a page about like places to visit in Hawaii. Because I have so many extra pages. I didn't realize I was going to have so many extra pages because I was using both sides this time, which is great for the earth. But now I have these extra pages. So I'm going to think about that later. I could also write a glossary or index, but I think I'm going to save that for next time. Today we're going to focus on the what? Conclusion. How am I going to end my book? So, with a conclusion, it actually doesn't need to be a fact. It could just be something that I want to tell the reader to remember, or something that I want them to take away from this book. So, I think I might say something like, I hope you get to go visit Hawaii, or hopefully you learned something new and exciting about Hawaii. I like those two. Maybe one more. How about now that you know more about Hawaii, you can go and visit and have fun, right? That's also very good. I think I'm just going to say, I hope you learned a lot about Hawaii. I like how simple that is. So I'm going to write that. That's a sight word. I hope you, that's a sight word too. I love having my sight word list right next to me so that I can spell it really easily. You, Y-O-U. I hope you learned a lot about Hawaii. And I think I'm going to draw a beautiful beach because that's what people think about when they go to Hawaii. They think about the water, the nice blue water. They think about surfing. So maybe I'll draw a big wave here and draw a surfer. And it might even get them excited about visiting Hawaii, which would be really cool. Even though this isn't a persuasive book, it would be nice to be able to convince other people to go see Hawaii because it is one of my favorite spots in the world. So let's draw another palm tree. Let's draw the sun because it's always sunny in Hawaii. Even when it rains, it's still warm. Cool. And let's draw a surfer like I said I was going to do. Let's draw him on a red surfboard like that. Lots of fun drawing. Cool. All right, so boys and girls, I'm going to finish adding details to my conclusion, and then I'm going to look over the book with you to make sure I'm pretty happy with it so that next time when we're with Miss Sam, we'll be ready to make our table of contents, okay? So hold on, and I'll show you what my finished product looks like after I finish coloring my conclusion, okay? Okay, writers, so I just finished coloring my last page, the conclusion, and I'm going to look through my book really quickly to make sure I'm ready to move on to my table of contents for our next writer's workshop. Okay, so let's see. I have my title page. It looks nice and colorful, and it has my name on the bottom. I have my title on the top. Remember, this is what we're working on next, our table of contents, so we're going to leave that alone. Miss Sam is going to help me out with that one. And then I have my introduction, welcome to Hawaii, and I wrote my introduction to let the reader know what I'm writing about, which is what? Hawaii. I have my fact number 1, location. Fact number 2, the weather. Fact number 3, traditions. And then I have my conclusion, my last page. And let's read it one more time to make sure I have all the information I wanted to add. I hope you learned a lot about Hawaii. You know what? I want to change that. I saw that I wanted to say it really excitedly with a lot of expressions. I'm going to put an exclamation point there because this topic makes me super excited. Hawaii. Okay, so I'm going to read that one more time. It says, I hope you learned a lot about Hawaii. Awesome. All right, so boys and girls, now it's your turn to try it. You can write your conclusion and leave a message for your reader. What do you want them to remember at the end of your book? Okay, and I'll see you next time. And Miss Pham is going to help us with our table of contents. All right, boys and girls, have fun. Bye.